Hello everyone, this is Charles from LowLevelBoss.com, and apparently the Pokemon Sun and Moon starter leak that has been kind of circulating and a lot of people thought might not be legitimate has actually pretty much been confirmed. Not officially, but there's enough evidence to show that is actually true. For those of you that don't know about the leak, that haven't seen it yet, and if you do not want to see what the starters look like in their final form, I would suggest just clicking one of my other videos because I am going to show it. But if you have not seen it yet and you want to see it now, I'm going to be putting up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and this is the image that's been circulating. A lot of people said, oh, that's fake, they're not going to, leak out the starters like this early, or no one would be able to. But it looked pretty legitimate, there's all this writing that maybe shows the palette colors and stuff like that, so it's actually pretty detailed. And it showcased that the starters would turn into, like for Rowlet, he was an archer, Litten turns into a fighting type, and then Papaleo turns into a mermaid/siren type. And so a lot of people thought, oh, this leak is just probably a really good one. But a day ago, the Pokemon Company, the official Pokemon channel on YouTube, released a trailer showcasing some new items and new characters and all that. And one of the characters that they showed, her name was Mallow, and I'll put up her picture right here. Now the thing is, on this spreadsheet, there's a character, if you look closely, that looks exactly like her. That's obviously that character. Now, since this leak spread before this trailer, before anybody knew of that character, at this point it's pretty obvious that now, yes, this is legitimate. They put that character in this for a reason, and now these starters are pretty much released. But for those of you that have been kind of spoiled to it, there's some other more rumors that say that there might be more forms because of all the whole Aloha forms and all these looks to these other Pokemon that have been throughout the series since, Gen 1. There actually might be a separate form to these guys. Apparently, if you evolve your starters during the day versus the night, you get different ones, but that one's kind of shaky. It's kind of hard to tell. Like, that one's probably false. Not everyone can be real, but maybe there is. Since there's all these different forms, maybe they incorporated that to the starters as well. And since we can say that this leak is now official, any other kind of information that was kind of bundled along with that might be pretty much true. Now, there's not too much more information. That the starters is like probably the biggest part. But there's one thing where Rockruff, he evolves into a werewolf, or he might evolve into one of 4 different versions, depending on what island he's on. So that one's kind of another form of the whole, like, all these different Pokemon have these different forms. So that one's kind of like, up in the air, but that's pretty cool. And coupled with the whole fact that there was a mention of crystals, and now they're coming out with a bracelet that you put crystals that help power up your Pokemon. Yeah, these leaks are getting more and more legitimate. So we can kind of infer that the rest of them might be pretty much true, or they have some validity to them. But at least we get some fucking cool new crystals for our bracelet that can make my Pokemon strong.